You are now listening to the Ox Radio.
We are back on the Ox Radio. I am giving away one more ticket to the expose for next Saturday, hosted by me. I'm tweeting out the number right now. It's 762-499-0579. Call me right now while we're talking, and you can get your ticket.
Okay, so once again, we have the Freshmen back with us, and we also have our guest from Best in the building, and we're getting to our last segment of FreshMeet, unfortunately. But
we're here with Joshua, Adrian,
Amir.
Amira. So, okay, I think one of the biggest questions that we talk about in the Bugger community is, how do you feel being a minority on a PWI campus?
To be honest, it really doesn't affect me like how most people think it would. Like, I just be minding my business, walk in class, keep it pushing. I try to make friends. I mean, if you talk to me, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm a real friendly person, but as far as like that, no, it doesn't affect me.
Anybody go ahead.
Well, yeah, just like Adrian said, it doesn't really affect me because I know I have a strong community backing me. Like, it's a strong 7% that's behind me. Despite it just being a small group, I know I can lean back on my friends. They're always gonna be there for me. They know what I've been through. They can relate to me better. So, it doesn't really affect me. So.
For me, it really didn't affect me either. But I just know, like, when I'm in class, it makes me realize that I am like an individual, and I need to, like, I like to prove myself, not like, how do you explain it? I don't want them to expect like she's less than or something. So I always speak up in class because they might think that I'm not going to talk or anything. I try to socialize with everybody, so to just show them that I'm not how they think we are. But it really doesn't affect me at all, and I don't mind being like friends with them. I haven't had issues with anybody, just one person, but we'll leave that. But so far, it's been really cool, and just meeting new people, and you never know who you're gonna meet.
And for me, like, I love it actually, because for me, it's kind of like I'm the one. Like, I like representing, you know what I mean? Representing the Black community, representing like a Black female. Like, oh, she's the one answering questions in class. Like, she's the one doing this. Like, that's what I like to do because I don't like being like everyone else. So to come here and like represent and to be like, you know what? This is me, this is my identity, and I'm going to show them that I can accomplish anything and everything, so.
Like excellence.
That's actually pretty great. I'm part of NAACP. I'm the webmaster for them. So we had a program at the Alphas last Friday about Charlottesville and everything that's going on there. And and we also had a program yesterday, a general body meeting. And we had a girl who was talking about how she was on the bus one time here at UGA, and I'm glad you all have had great experiences, but there's also times where also people who haven't had as great of experience. She was talking about how she was on the bus and it was like crowded or something, and this girl didn't give her a seat, so she kind of just like looked at her, and the girl who was Caucasian, she was like, "Be glad you're not in the back this time."
Oh my God.
She said that.
She really said that?
She really said that, yeah. And
I ain't never met no bold.
Yeah. So that's just like, she reached out to our NAACP president. She, didn't say much. You can't really react, like, she didn't react to that situation in the moment, but, it does catch you off guard. And, I'm personally not Black, but, my friends are, my best friends are, and it's heartbreaking to see that, people like this still exist today, especially on your own campus.
Oh, wow, that should be.
That's crazy.
The amount of boldness in that one story, like, wow.
So I think, Jockey, somebody actually called in for your last ticket. So let's go ahead and see who it is.
Hello? Hey, who is this? Sam! My boy, Sam! How you doing? Great, congrats. You just won a ticket to the expose.
Wow, thank you. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. You tune in? You like what you're hearing?
I do. I really appreciate the different sounds you guys are like that last
Oh, you like Cena? Yeah. We did too. We had a little moment here. All right, well, hit me up, and I will get you your tickets.
Okay.
Say bye to the Ox.
All right. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks. Okay, that was great. So we're gonna get to the meat of this, and I'm gonna leave this question to y'all. It might be a little more difficult than all the other questions, but I want you guys to envision yourself crossing the stage on Sanford Stadium 4 years from now. How do you see yourself changing within that time, and what do you see yourself accomplishing, and how did you improve? Whoever wants to take the floor, no say. Go ahead.
For me, I see myself changing is that I find my purpose. Because I just want to know that, like, it didn't matter what I did, I at least had some impact here at UGA. It could be a huge impact, a little impact, but, like, I know myself and that I only do great things. So for me to know that, like, in 4 years, like, I know that I spent my 4 years actually, like, doing something that's impactful, that will help people, that would just help me actually help people. So that's one of the things I think I'm going to change in that way, that I'll just appreciate my time here and that appreciate my change.
I like that. The fact that you have that mindset as a freshman, like, wow. Like, not saying that y'all can't, it's just like you're already so focused and determined. Like, that's important. Joshua?
So when I leave UGA, I just want to know that that I was known on campus, because I know it's a big school and that you can get lost in all the people in the school. But I really just want to be somebody that people can look up to. I want to be a leader to some of the young black men that come into the school. I want to be a source of advice when they have problems at the school. I want to know that I had a positive impact on somebody's life by the time I leave UGA.
Go ahead, Amir.
The same for me. I just want to leave, like, I want to be like a stepping stone for other kids. And this is the first time I'm saying this, but I'm actually writing a book. And I haven't. Who knows? I think my boyfriend's the only person that knows. Like, my parents don't even know, so if they're listening. But basically, I just want to be a mentor to other kids or students, and also within, like, everybody that's in my class and more. So right now, I'm trying to take on leadership positions. And, like, I talked to somebody, they're like, you're really mature. I'm just like, I want to stand out. I'm not here. I want to meet people, but I also want to get opportunities. This was an opportunity for me. People are like, how did you get this? It wasn't like, I didn't have to sign up for it. Somebody just saw me at Georgia Days and saw me being a leader, and they referred me to Rashad. So it's just little stuff like that. I just want to be a mentor to other people and make sure people know my name when I leave.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, for me, I see myself in 4 years doing a flip across the stage, because I finally made it through 4 years of the UGA, one of the hardest schools in Georgia. Hopefully it'll be 4 years. I don't want to be no super senior, no 5, 6, 7 years.
That's okay.
The thing is, you get out.
But like Josh said, I want to be, like he said, a stepping stool for the younger men, because where I came from, I know a lot of people looked up to me as being the black valedictorian of my school. So I know a lot of people always told me, like, they looked up to me. And I really didn't know that till people, like, to that valedictorian thing, that's when people start texting me and letting me know, like, Adrian, I really look up to you. Like, so I was very proud of that. So I was like, if everybody's going to be looking up to me, I got to set some type of salute for them.
That's great. I think you guys just being here and voicing your opinions, I think you guys are already role models for people on the up and coming. So we appreciate that.
And we have great organizations, BMLS, if you haven't heard about that. There's NCNW, there's NAACP, like I said. We talked about Georgia Days and Best. You guys are actually besties.
Yes.
Sorry, they're not called besties, they're best mentees, but I guess I put that together.
Well, thank all of you guys for coming out, all of you guys taking time out your schedule, just being a part of this discussion and whatnot.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, definitely. And then our final part of this segment is for all the upperclassmen in the building. And it is, if you could go back in time and talk to your freshman self and re-meet them, what advice would you tell, like, what advice would you give to yourself?
I actually thought, been thinking about that, lately. I think I would tell myself, you're going to be okay. And to just, trust the process, because I think that's one thing I do, I worry a lot. I think I'm not a person who, like, I live in the present and I enjoy the present, but I'm a progressive person. I think of tomorrow, the future, like what am I doing today that's going to impact tomorrow? And sometimes that can be overwhelming when things may not be going the way I want them to go. They're not panning out the way I want them to go. So letting my past self know that everything's going to be okay. Just reassuring myself, giving myself the confidence that the school tried to take out of me through the Kim department. But, that's what I would tell myself.
All right, what about you, Bree?
I would probably go back and tell myself that to live it up, because once you get out of your freshman self and then you start seeing like how you grow and how things change and how your opinions change, you want to like cherish that moment. A person once told me that like a week, a month, a year from now, you're not going to be worried about the same things that you're worried about today. So just live it up in the moment and just make sure you're making impactful relationships and making memories, because once college is gone, like it's gone. So make sure to just, like I said, live it up.
I would say college is a process where you find yourself. You're given this freedom and you're given all this time. Like you said, you feel like you have a lot of time. What are you going to do with that time? So I feel like if I were to talk to myself, 2 years ago, and I would basically just tell myself that it's going to be okay. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. There's going to be highs and lows, and it's going to get bad and it's going to get great. But all that is going to make you into the person you are today. And all that is there to build you into the person you need to be. And, my freshman year, in high school, I was in all these clubs and organizations. I was in band for like 8 years. So when I came to college, none of that was there anymore. I had to figure it out again. And honestly, for the past 2 years, I've been struggling to figure out what do I want to do? What exactly is my purpose? But, thankfully in April, I launched my website, johncavelli.com, and I found out a lot about myself, what I like to do, and that kind of geared me into what I'm doing now. Like, you see me, I'm hosting the expose now. Like, that's what I like doing. I'm here hosting TheOX radio. This is what I love doing. My website is dedicated to my friends who make music, photography, brands, clothing, graphic design. That's what I love to do, and I love to support my friends. So, it's going to be a process. It's all a journey. It's all about the journey, not the destination. My band director always told me that, and that's been like the one thing that's always, been repeating in my head. Like, it's the journey, not the destination. So do the best you can in the moment and just hope for the best of it.
All right, and myself, I probably walk up to myself, give him a couple slaps in the face, a couple punches in the chest. But I got a couple things I really wanted to tell myself, put myself out there and go and experience more things, because I did that as I got older. But being here younger, I kind of came in with a group of friends already, so I wasn't really too interested in meeting too many other people. Like, while I did, I didn't really put myself out there and really, it was people that I met later on that was like, dang, if I had met you earlier, we would have been like, cool, we could have created something great. And just to add on to that, I was saying, don't be stubborn. Like, I started to realize that life will give you signs, and like life will kind of tell you where you need to be, and you got to be aware of those signs, and you can't, don't ignore them. So like, I've been in situations where something didn't feel right necessarily, and I just ignored that, and I kept doing what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. One big thing, I think you should follow your heart and follow my passion. I didn't necessarily figure out what that was until later in life, but I always knew it. I just had to really, zone in on myself and be like, accept what my passion was. And I think that's the gist of it. Also, focus less, just for the guys out there, or for me personally, I focus less on females. Like, females are cool to interact with and stuff like that, but females not gonna get you no grades. So
I also want
That goes both
to.
ways.
Yeah.
Both ways.
And I was just about to say, these 4 years, like college, is like I said, you're growing as an individual. You're learning who you are, and it's great to be in a relationship. I'm not saying don't do that, but it's also you have to learn how to grow as an individual before you learn to grow with somebody else. And these next 4 years, you're going to learn so much about yourself you didn't know, and just make sure you focus on yourself. Make sure you focus on your education. You're here for a reason, and just make the best of it.
Yeah, well, I feel like that was a great question to like end the show with. Thank everybody for coming out. Thank our sponsors, MEU Radio, Elite, Georgia Days, Best, and the UGA 21 members that we have here. Thank you guys all. Thank you all.
Thank you to the Alphas.
Yes, thank you to the Alphas.
And for everybody, Elite does have applications out right now. So if you're interested in applying to Elite, go ahead and send your application in and they'll be reviewed.
And most importantly, we're recording right now on the TheOX for the TheOX. So the purpose of the TheOX was to give a platform to the freshmen because upperclassmen never had any hip hop station for us. I remember, specifically for me, coming from Atlanta, we got crazy music, and I'm coming here and I can barely pick up B103, and Hot 107.9 is a whole new station now. Like, it's not even the same frequency, and so that's important just to do it for the culture. That's what we're here for, to make everybody feel like you can still be in a different area code, but you still can hear the tunes and sounds of home and whatnot.
I remember being in Russell, the radio was always on when you're in the community bathroom, so it would be the same 4 songs playing over and over and over again. It was
when that Adele song dropped.
It was Adele, Justin Bieber. It was Work and Hotline Bling.
Oh, they love
this on repeat over and over, and I was like, I really was like, dang, I'm gonna start this radio. I'm gonna start a radio because we need some music up in here. This is music, but I need some good stuff.
A variety.
So, musically over here at the TheOX, we want it to sound sonically and stylistically different. So we don't want it to be what you hear on the radio every day. Although we will play songs like that, but we don't want that to be all of our content. So we're encouraging independent artists, artists who are themselves, and artists that are in our local community at all. So like, you might not know, but there are a lot of artists that are at UGA that are students that make music. And there's a scene for that. There's a local scene outside of the University of Georgia, and those people make music too. So we want to really support the community and give guys like you a chance to come on here and, speak their opinions and express their interests and things like that.
Some of these artists are actually on my website. Check out Sturkert, KP of the Academy. Shout out to the Academy. Jay Spice, Jave just dropped his album, Eat Your Greens. It is bumping. Check it out for sure. I'll post a link right now, actually.
Yeah, y'all go check out her Twitter page. Definitely catch that. And Music Monday.
So on Monday, we're actually going to be playing a lot of artists from the showcase that we mentioned earlier, Hand Me the Mic. So you'll be hearing things from Mad Ace, Caulfield, PDSY, YOD, Squale, Sturkert. And even more than that, it's just going to be like a big jam session almost. So you just tune in and get your vibes in. And
it's a free show.
Free show. And over here at the TheOX, we promote independent thinkers and doers. We want to hear from you guys, the people. So hit us up through social media about any music you want to hear, topics you want discussed, events you want people to know about. And if you're interested in being part of the show and you personally have something you want to say or music you want heard, send us an email at theoxradio@gmail.com. Ultimately, we want this radio station to change the music scene in Athens by unifying the people and diversifying the music. We're looking forward to being in contact with the community.
Well, there you have it. You have your girl Benita here. Follow me on Snapchat. _Toddy.
This is Joncavelli. Check out joncavelli.com, JANKIVELLI.com for the latest news on local art, visionaries, and whatever's happening in the area. Also, follow me on Twitter at Lil Joncavelli. That's at LILJANKIVELLI. For all the updates. Hit me up, slide through my DMs, let me know what's up, what's good. If you got music you want me to listen to, I will definitely do that.
And then why don't you guys go ahead and give people your social media too, if you would like, so you're not forced.
Most definitely add me on Snapchat, man. Tall, clean, 17.
You already know how
I
he
like
coming.
that. I like that.
And you can add me on Twitter. I just made my Twitter now, so you ain't gotta join me when you add me, bro. But my Twitter is smooth T17 SMOOVET17.
All right, hit me up on Snapchat and Instagram. It's nosay_okay.
Okay, I like that.
You guys can follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, Amira215, AMIRAH215.
You can follow me on Instagram at joshua.patton_. You can follow me on Twitter at joshua_patton_.
Okay,
JP.
and you can follow me on Twitter at it's at JWBOUTTE. And once again, this is J Dog representing from the Georgia Bulldogs, and we're keeping it live and locked with the Ox, giving you quality artistry, not just mainstream property. May your day and your ox be fruitful.